I'm done, bro. Wait, where you going? To watch the full 94 podcast. Can't watch that without me. Wait up, bro. You know Full 94 is my favorite show.
Winning.
A winner, the champ, the best, we are all of them. Cause we went right and not left to not follow them. Sobriety tests, I am walking up in line. Added the sex and the drugs, but couldn't subtract my mind. They all wanted me dead. I was chilling in the cut, then I transformed like I'm best friends with Shia LaBeouf. See, I've been a winner, check it, and I ain't even firing. Church time's God, I'm a product of my environment. We are winners, losers come with me. Got God with us, never letting flesh envy. We don't worry about the money, the sex, the cars, the clothes. Now watch reality unfold like we winning in here, yeah, we winning in here.
That we winning in here. What's going on, family? 494 podcast here on MTMV Sports. Y'all know what it is, man. We talk basketball. This is what we do. Just some folks that like to talk about it. Family, how y'all doing over there, man? What's going on with y'all? Don't everybody rush it first. Go ahead.
Ready for game 5, my boy.
Yeah?
Yes, sir.
And this, I'll tell you this, for the fans out there watching, he is not lying. He even moved up the show 30 minutes so he could watch the show.
Hey, man.
And the funny thing is,
it's a game.
I ignored him the first 3 times he said it. I was like, I'm not going to answer. Let's see what the team say. And I said, if he say it one more time, maybe we'll do it. We posted the topics. He said about the 8 o'clock, though.
It was either going to be that or it was going to be 3.
I ain't mad at it, bro. I ain't mad at it.
I need to see this game start to finish. I felt that, Jew.
Game 5.
It's crazy that man said that he ignored you, bro. Like,
I saw it. I saw it and I said, I want everybody to see.
But you do that with everything too, because you do that with production too, but we ain't finna get into all.
Yeah, you should get into it. But here's what you do. Y'all, I'll tell you this. Y'all talk way more than I'm like. You ever seen a person like a mom will walk in, she just overstimulated? That's how I feel when I go back to our messages. I go back and I'm like, I can't even catch up. I'm just gonna
ignore to the next conversation.
Yeah, I want to. I'm like, I'm not reading these 80 messages. And then when y'all two go at it, bye. I'm like, I'll wait to the end.
It's ironic because she just found out today that before every show, I literally have an anxiety attack.
You just talked about it.
Like she just found out. Like nobody understands how I come on and do the show afterwards. But I'm like, I've gotten so used to it. So everybody be like, oh, you just argumentative now. Like, on top of that, somebody called me toxic Billy D Williams this weekend, and I don't like it. I just want you to know
that's a lot, brother. That's a lot. See, how you feeling over there?
I'm good. I'm chilling. I'm ready to get the show started, and I want this game 5 to begin for sure. Because I'm going places for game 5.
Really? In OKC?
Yeah.
In OKC?
Yeah.
Wow.
Interesting fact. Coming off of losses in the playoffs, Indiana
is 1.
They're 5-0.
They're 5-0 coming off of losses in the playoffs.
Got you. I think in OKC gonna be hard, bro. I think it's gonna be hard. I think they lose by double digits.
If Shea do them boys like he did them in the fourth quarter
of game 4, man, and they go and miss 3 late free throws, not even layups, free throws in a row.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Magic fans because I was in a group chat with a bunch of homeboys from that like the Magic, and I was like, y'all getting Nick Anderson vibes right now? They was upset.
That was Benedict though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But if you remember the 95 finals, Nick Anderson, bless his heart.
Bless his heart.
Boy was hitting everything else. But when it came to them free throws.
Oh, give me LeBron and Gil. Hey, you missed these shots. We're gonna win. One of them is both of them boys. So you gotta talk about it, man. So what are we saying? What are we looking at? Like when you talk about obviously games 3 and 4 leading up to this, the fourth quarter of both of those games were very pivotal. These have been really good games. Like
absolutely,
if we're honest about it, right? So coming down to that, how pivotal do you believe that game 5 is for the finals, man? See, let me start with you. Talk to me.
Game 5, excuse me. What I see, shout out to both coaches, Mark and Rick, and making adjustments and doing what you need to do as a coach. For one, I appreciate every adjustment made by both coaches for their team to go out and win a game, especially in that game 4 when they rested Shea throughout the game and then had him ready to go in the fourth quarter of game 4. But for game 5, we talked about this briefly. If they don't make them free throws, because in the last 2 wins, they've been literally even free throw points in the paint, turnovers, points off turnovers, fast break points, everything. But every win, they are missing these free throws. I mean, I don't know if it's nerves for the Pacers. I don't know what it is for both of these teams.
Great question.
But you can't miss more than 2 if you want to win. Go
back to back.
You want me? Win. Go perfect.
If you're a guard.
But
especially if you're a guard.
Thank you. But missing these key free throws, especially in the final minutes of a game, that can't happen.
We can talk about it, but when you're in the moment, it's no telling what happens. You know what I'm saying? Like if Lord forbid, we'll have another opportunity. I'm sure he'll step up, but like I said, it happens. See, Drew shaking his head. It's not supposed to happen, but we know it does.
I think my guard is crazy.
3 in a row is crazy.
I think the big thing that we're not talking about right now is the coming out party of Jalen Williams. I don't know if y'all noticed the change that OKC, they're letting Jalen Williams play more of the point guard.
Yeah.
SGA attack off the ball.
Great point. That's a great point.
Keeping them alive. The only difference is when Pascal was guarding SGA, because he was longer, he was able to get there. But Jalen had 27.7 rebounds, I think like 5 assists. Like he's really coming into his own. I don't like the ESPN immediately started saying he was Scottie Pippen, like his own player.
Relax, calm down.
But the way that he's playing, on top of the fact that SGA is giving you 36 and 5, like it's astronomical. And 15 points in the fourth quarter, the Pacers had no answer. Pascal cannot go scoreless in the fourth quarter, bro. Like you are needed. You are literally. It's not Tyrese. You are literally the number 1 offensive option in the fourth quarter, bro. And you've shown it previously. I need Toronto Pascal to come out in the fourth quarter because he's
I mean, I think with the Pacers, we all said it. They do take accountability, so I feel as though that he'll come out better, because even game 4, Tyrese came out going to the rack. He was 5 for 5 in the paint.
And let me
5 for 7.
Let me just ask this question, man. Is Tyrese? Is he quick?
Yeah, he fast.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure. I'm just like, I don't. I'm looking at it and I'm like, he has a step on everybody who's guarding him. You know, it just don't seem that way when he take that first step.
He's quick like Penny Hardaway.
Gotcha. Okay. I like that.
He's quick like you remember that move that Penny used to do when he say Penny can't go to his left. Yep. He has that quick first step in that same manner to where if he beats you immediately, like that's it. It's lights out. And all you can hope is that you have help defenders behind. But the thing about it is that if he's getting to the lane, if he's not scoring, but he's passing it out, they got to make those shots. Mm-hmm. They missed like 6 straight shots at one point where he was getting to the lane and he was doing what he had to do as a facilitator. They just weren't hitting the shots, and they were missing wide open shots at that. Like, it wasn't that they were always contested. Now, there were times where like Chet Holmgren was getting out to the perimeter and he was like, disrupting certain people, but there were a lot of times where the Pacers were just missing shots just because.
Who's your X factor, Jew, for OKC?
Oh, I thought you were talking about the Pacers. For OKC,
give me both.
I think the Thunder got it figured out. I think they X factors is Chet and J-Dub, because SGA do what he do. For the Pacers, man, I need my boy Aaron Nesmith to come on out, man. Come out and play basketball. Like, you can't make a shot now. You went that game against the Knicks where you couldn't miss, and ever since then, now you can't make a shot, bro. And then on the other end, they hunting you, bro. You gotta pull them shorts up, man, and play some defense. Shea literally getting a screen so you own him so y'all can play 1-on-1. They got to figure something out and stop turning the ball over, bro.
And Miles Turner all of a sudden can't shoot a 3-pointer is wild. What is going on, bro?
Hey man, it's a different stage, man. I mean,
nah.
He turnovers is crazy.
I mean,
the superstars come out.
Miles, yes, he's not shooting, but I can say I believe it was last game where he stepped up in the final 2 minutes of the game, got some key blocks, but it definitely need him to get that shot going for sure.
Right. The unforced turnovers got to stop too.
50 Cent
throwing the ball out of
16. But and that's the thing when I say they were pretty even because both teams in game 4 had 16 turnovers.
Yeah, Nembhard was definitely playing good defense, Peanut, but they keep setting that screen so that so that Shea can get to Nesmith. So
you know what it is? You know that play when y'all play 5-on-5 at the rec league, and Buddy was constantly open, he hitting shots, and then once y'all start like clapping and stunning at him, now he can't hit nothing. That's what's happening with Nembhard right now.
Yeah.
That's basically what it is. Because they're not doing, I don't think they've made any big adjustments on him. I think at this point now it's just they're expecting it. So when they're expecting it, he's not getting it in the same manner that he was getting it before.
Like I said, we'll see what adjustments have been made for game 5. I think that's what I'm most excited about, especially coming into the NBA finals with these two teams. Everyone says it's low market, it's not fun, but the adjustments made to get their team to win the next game has been great. Great basketball.
Hey, man, to expand on what you just said, though, man, I sent y'all a clip of Adam Silver talking about that. And he was saying that this was the first time that they outrated any other show, anything else that was on that night. He said that weekend. So I really wish people would stop talking about ratings. But if you want to play the rating game, listen to what Adam Silver is saying. Ratings are stupid, and I agree with Adam Silver. He said it's a way we got to get casual people who don't watch the NBA to bring them in and watch the NBA. But so many people that claim they watch basketball like to hang their hat on the ratings. It doesn't matter, bro. I'm watching. Are you watching?
I'm watching 210.
When did ratings start being such a bit? I mean, I went to school to study Nielsen ratings, and I have no desire to talk about
you. You ain't gonna want me to tell you, man, because you're gonna say I bring him up and everything. But you know, we know when the ratings thing start becoming a thing, and people start using it as a knock to somebody's career.
If we're being honest, the stars are starting to fade out. Like LeBron and Steph ain't gonna be there forever. Wow. They should have been transitioning earlier, which is why all the hate about Indiana and OKC being in the finals should not have been the conversation. We should have been excited about new stars coming up and talking more about it. But then when you see it on ESPN, then it's regurgitated on social media, then everybody's saying it. It's just one of those things like, bro, stop acting like y'all care about the ratings, bro. Just watch the game. Now, the one thing we do care about is how they all of a sudden just changing up the court. Like, you don't need to be doing too much with the court. Adam Silver got to stop touching stuff.
He got to stop listening to Twitter, bro.
Just get back to the original, what it was, what it is. Like, as true basketball fans, we like that. We absolutely like what it was. I didn't care. Like the new screen, the in-season tournament with them floors drive me insane. Can't even focus on the basketball game because the floor is so bright and.
But the folks love it.
No, they don't.
No.
I watch basketball.
The real basketball fans, the snobs, they don't like it. The fans love it. And the ratings and millions of dollars happen. But the other 3 snobs on this screen don't like it. And that's okay. We love basketball at its core. That's fine.
Man, what'd you say, bro? I wasn't paying attention. I was playing. And this is
waiting on that.
And this is how they get their bullet talking points from all the time on Twitter. Like, bro, shut up.
There you go.
We're on the 2K courts.
No.
He had the worst take this week when he said Giannis was underachieving. Big dog. Big dog.
when some of his favorite players had won one championship, but he
like, what are we talking about, bro? Like,
I don't know. I mean,
so
we're out here in these streets.
Oh, we know us for full 94. Us right here. We know what it is. We know what we like, and we know what they're putting out. Sometimes it's crazy, and you guys gotta stop.
Y'all let that man with the push hairline.
What up, bro?
Hey, Dre.
And tell y'all nonsense and push all kinds of agendas. Then y'all let Nick Wright get on FS1 and y'all
my gosh,
bro.
Then y'all let Kendrick Perkins come on and talk like he an all-star. Every day,
bro.
Why is Kendrick Perkins telling us what a big man should look like?
No, I don't know about that one. That's a good one right there.
So we 3-1 saying that the Thunder gonna win, but and C the only one that got the Indiana.
I'm gonna take
3-1. I got Thunder, bro.
I hate to tell you, see, I took the Pacers money line. They ain't gonna win tonight.
No, hey yo, shout out to you because you took the Fever over the Liberty.
I'm telling you, bro.
It's impressive. Hey, I didn't think they was gonna win that game.
Keep it real. Think you got a shot if they play like they played.
Yeah.
No, hey, look, you got no shot, but you
in the right, and I think that's a perfect segue. Run right into this Commissioners Cup in the WNBA. But right before we do that, we're gonna take a quick commercial break. Shout out to the fans and the family. We'll be right back here on the 494 MTMV Sports. Appreciate it.
It's not just about the love of the game. It's about dedication and commitment through the process and the patience to endure. There's joy in reaching your goals and peace in knowing you've done all you're supposed to do. Ozell brand. It's not just a brand, it's a lifestyle.
Hey y'all, how y'all doing, man? I am blessed to be here. I'm very, very thankful to be on screen. Look, I know I came on screen kind of randomly earlier, but either way, I'm here right now. I'm here with CC. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing very, very well. So look, we're gonna talk a little bit about the Commissioners Cup. I think that's the next segment, right? I know y'all talk about that. But I do want to ask you about something that happened just recently, right? Mm-hmm. You were there in the building just yesterday. Was it yesterday?
Yes.
Just yesterday for the Chicago Sky versus the Connecticut Sun.
Yes.
Angel had her first triple-double, right?
Amazing. Mm-hmm.
Amazing performance. Talk to me about that game. What did you see? And what did you see that allowed for Tina Charles to go off in that game? She had 19 points, right? And Marina, they didn't win the game, but they did show up. What did you see on Wild Courtside yesterday?
Well, Marina and Charles, they are the vets of the team, and they constantly, explain that they're the leaders. So they always have to set the tone and, be the ones that come out with the energy, be the ones, that's going to create their own shot, especially when no one else on the team is actually in a rhythm. So that's what they always hold themselves accountable for. From what I've seen from Connecticut standpoint, both teams coming in 2-7, the Sky had more battle. The Sky wanted to win more. The Sky wanted to defend more. The Sky wanted to play together as a team more. And we got outscored 36-2 in bench points. So when you only have really two people creating shots for your team, it's going to be an ugly loss. And, hey, bro, but Angel Reese was doing everything she needed to do for her team. I love that she's always her, and I appreciate that she never changes. So please don't ever change that, Angel. And it was good to see Chicago get it together for that game, especially after, all the spiciness that did happen. But it was really good to see Chicago come out with a win and then, it be celebrated, Tina and Angel hugged it out. She got away with a triple-double. Sanaya Rivers walked over to her and they gave each other big hugs. So to see that between the lines of 94 feet that they battle, that's literally what it is. But after, it's all love. So that was a great moment to see.
Yo, I was going to come to it. I had to ask you about it because you were there, right? We see Angel. She did get her hair pulled. We see her going back and forth with Tina Charles. Now, I know how much she loves Tina. Right. I've seen it. Right. I know how much they love each other. But in that moment, they went toe to toe. Did you get a chance to ask Tina anything after the game about it? And were you in the press conference for Angel?
No, I stayed to my beat, regardless of what is the outcome for my squad. I stayed to my team, but I did just speak of, I didn't ask the question, but another media asked the question just about, I asked pre-game coach, how do you coach effort? He laughed and said he's not here to teach that, but something got to give, because from what I see, where I sit, there's effort for 10 minutes and then that's it, especially when they're losing like that, or there's no grit, there's no fight, there's no battle, as he would say. So that's what I asked. And then post game, they asked just about how do you get more production from the rest of your team. And it was more so taking accountability, starting their defensive sets early, just coming out with more aggression, being the team that wants to win, going after the 50-50 balls, and, playing hard for the whole 40 minutes.
So look, I love the fact that you said I had to stay on my beat. Now people don't know this, but I know, and right? So Angel was in our building on Friday, right? And it was very tempting to go to their post-game press conference. I really wanted to go to their post-game press conference, but like you said, I got to stay on my beat. So I'm covering the Atlanta Dream, and they're having a post-game press conference simultaneously. So I can't go over and see what's going on with the Chicago Sky after that battle. So proud of you for for resisting the temptation to go. So I do have this question though, right? Like we talk about the Commissioners Cup going forward. Okay, the Sun won't be, competitive in that. But how do you see that kind of playing out over the next couple of days?
Well, before when, the Commissioner Cup began, I did say that my sleeper team was Atlanta Dream. So right now they sit at the top in the East, 3-1. Then it's Indiana Fever. They're at 3-1. And then also for the Eastern Conference at 3-1, it is, sorry guys, don't hold me this way. Oh, it is New York Liberty. And then for the Western Conference, it's Minnesota Lynx, Phoenix Mercury, and Golden State Warriors. I would say out of this whole entire Commissioning Cup in-season tournament for the W, it's the Valkyries who have blown me away as where they stand in the Commissioner Cup rankings. Yes, I know it's their own third place, but I'm going to be honest, I didn't even expect them to be here. Like they said, all the new teams that have started in the past 5 years, 10 years, I'm gonna say 10, guys, don't hold it against me. They said that it took them a whole entire season just to win 5 games. And the Valkyries already have won 5 games, and we have a whole lot of basketball play. So I'm very, very shocked. I'm very happy because they're playing some good basketball. They are playing with grit. They're playing with fight. And like Femi said, we're a team of all 6 players. So we know what it means to step up. So what is surprising me is the fact that we have New York third, winning this 3-way tie in the East, but also this new team, this to the W in general, is putting up a fight. And I thank you. I commend that.
Look, I love that. So I wanted to talk to you in particular because I'm seeing something. We post videos all the time about what's going on with the Indiana Fever, and their current coach is your old coach, right? And a lot of Fever fans are having trouble with the way Stephanie White is controlling that team. Now, we got a chance to interview her and talk to her. I think she's a brilliant coach. I think she's a phenomenal coach. However, her fan base, they're not happy with what's going on in the pace that she's, going with. Why should Fever fans trust Stephanie White?
We already seen she's a winning coach. She's done it before. We've seen her, win Coach of the Year her first season with the Connecticut Sun. New team, different team. Feel like she went from having a defensive-minded team to now having this offensive killer team with Caitlin Clark, of course, Kelsey Mitchell, Lexi Hall can knock it down. You have a Leah Boston who does work in the paint. She also can shoot a jumper as well, and she's working on that 3-ball. You also have Natasha Howard, who is crazy in the paint. That's the old Flash. She's been there before as well. She brought in DeWanna Bonner to come off the bench. Not only do you have a veteran, but you also have a champion veteran that's on your bench. So yes, it's the beginning, but at the same time, you had to let Caitlin, and I know it's about, she's resting. So what? Players get injured. They are athletes. They are going to get injured. She healed. She took the time that she needed, and she came out and she went crazy. She had 9 points in 38 seconds. So the rest was good. She demanded the ball. She knew what she wanted to do the moment the game started. And it was very good just to see her and laughing, going back and forth with Stewie, enjoying basketball. So I get it, fans, but these fans don't truly know. They just want to see Caitlin win. They want to see Caitlin play. I get it. She brings the eyes. Her talent is crazy. The way she shoots the rock is insane. Some of her passes is like, oh my God. But at the same time, she is an athlete and she's a human, and we don't want to have her get hurt. So at the same time, we just want to make sure, like as a coach, that's what you do. We got to make those tough decisions. She stood on 10 toes, kept her out until she was ready. Time to move on. They won when she got back. They'll be fine.
Yo, this is my last question. So people are like, where everybody went, right? They see the four awesome people, and then they're like, hey, who's this other guy? Anyway, I have one last question for you. And I want to just know this about the Atlanta Dream, right? We see kind of what they're doing and the way they're looking right now. Last game, you saw a career high for Alicia Gray, right? 32 points for Alicia. She went off. The game before that, which, we mentioned this guy were in the building, Ryan Howard, 36
right
points.
Time. Yeah. 9 threes.
Crazy work, right? In the game before that, you see a lot of combination of Brianna Jones. Like, this team looks really great. They look like, for instance, even when they take off Brittany Griner, they take off Bree, they bring on Naz Hillman and Nia Coffey, and they're able to keep that thing going.
Yeah.
What do you think about this team? Do they really have a shot at beating the New York Liberty?
I had this conversation earlier with Will in the car, and they have a shot because I will continue to have Atlanta Dream as my sleeper team. But for me, I just want to see when, Alicia is getting 2 or 3 of defenders, that her momentum and her rhythm doesn't change. Because I feel like she easily gets off her rhythm, and then it goes from having a great game to having a subpar game. And Alicia Gray is a monster. And, having Pow over there, that South Carolina connection also. But that's what I want to see. Like, and they have the players this year, so I feel as though that's good, especially in the paint with Brianna Jones, Brittany Griner. You have Naz Hillman, who I feel like has been, ever since she came into the league, every year she's gotten better. And it's amazing to see her grow. And not only does she drive to the basket well, she also can shoot the ball very well. So I think they have many options, but I want them when they're, stars like Rise not having a good game, or even when Alicia Gray's not having a good game, are they going to get, continue and get those dubs? Are they going to get them when Jordan Canada is still working her way back into the lineup, just like when they was in Connecticut? I feel as though Jordan maybe should have never played, because I don't think she was. I know you want to get there and get your feet wet, and I've never been an athlete, so I really don't know how that feels. But even though Brittany Griner was still going in, Marina had a crazy game, I get it. But that day, the defense was switched up on Alicia, and I just think she was knocked off. So that's why I come to say this, is because I had no expectation of Connecticut winning that game. So just to see that unfold in front of my own eyes, I would think that would be my assessment for the team. But yeah, they continue to be playing the way they play, where everyone is contributing and playing their role to part. Atlanta Dream is a scary team.
Yo, I didn't have any thought that y'all would win that game either. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was gonna talk trash to you earlier that day, but I decided not to, and I'm glad I did, because y'all beat us. Anyway, follow Sports Talk with C on TikTok. She's dropping stuff all the time. She's in the building, and while she's in the building, she's now dropping those pregame warm-up videos. I love those. Keep dropping those. And she's dropping her post-game press conferences. You can follow MTMV Sports. We're dropping a lot of stuff today. Honestly, today we dropped a video of Brittany Griner. The video went crazy. I think 130-something thousand views. I'm answering comments all day long. Follow the team. We're doing our absolute best to bring y'all the best sports content possible. Thank you, C, for your time. I appreciate you.
Always.
Yo, for sure. And now back to the awesome people.
I will dress as Asia.
It's not just about the love of the game. It's about dedication and commitment through the process, and the patience to endure. There's joy in reaching your goals, and peace in knowing you've done all you're supposed to do. Ozell brand. It's not just a brand, it's a lifestyle.
We back in this piece, man. Shout out to that. Shout out to Onsite. Shout out to Rick, head on show, man. Appreciate you, bro. Shout out to C, man. I think the knowledge and what we got, see, I think absolutely crazy to me. Thankful to have you part of the squad, sis. Let's talk
Love
about
you guys.
Let's go to the Commissioners Cup, man. Where do we? Well, let me start with you, bro. I'm looking at these standings and these cup standings. When you talk about the Dream, Fever, Liberty, you got Lynx, Mercury, Valkyrie. Like, what are we talking about? Like, what are we really? These. I mean, the standings to me are, I mean, one game apart, right? They're not like these big. Like one team is just amazingly better than another. What are we talking about in these teams that we have? Who has a real shot at taking this thing that we didn't really consider at the beginning of the season?
I mean, you kind of got to look at the Valkyrie. Like, the Valkyrie are coming to play, and they are always ready for an upset no matter what happens.
Agreed.
They pulled off some great victories. For me, the two teams that stand out for me outside of course, the favorites are the Valkyrie and the Phoenix Mercury. Phoenix getting my girl Kai back. Shout out to North Philly. Satu is playing out of her mind and with arrogance, which I love to see. Alyssa, I believe, had 3 straight games of about 10 assists or more. So she's, of course, hitting her stride now also. Phoenix is looking really good. The Valkyrie are looking really good. They're both in the Western Conference. I don't really see a favorite in the Western Conference. Before we talked about the Lynx, but I think people are starting to figure out the Lynx. Like, everything runs through Nafisa, and when it doesn't run through Nafisa, it doesn't run. So, like, Cheryl spending all her time talking about my boo. She need to be talking about who her second and third options is going to be.
Yeah, makes sense. I mean, but you got the Lynx at 4. They're 4-1 in cup play. Like, are we just expecting them to not continue that? I won't say dominance because you got the Mercury at 4-2, but do we figure? Go ahead.
I don't think it's not expecting them to dominate, but I just think with the way that the Western Conference is playing right now, they're on upset alert. They have to be.
Yeah.
Because the Valkyrie are a 3-point quarter away from literally blowing them out the water. Like, we saw how they was doing Skylar, and they was taunting her. Like, the Valkyrie are for real. And I don't think many people.
Who they have next? Dallas. That's the one. That's another. I mean, I don't. That's not. Doesn't matter. But that's another win in their bag for them, regardless. But yeah,
I don't think many people expected it. Like, those are my two favorite. The Eastern Conference is what it is, bro. It's Liberty and it's everybody else. Well, I ain't gonna say Liberty and everybody else because I do like the Atlanta Dream. Shout out to Alicia Gray, man. She's definitely an MVP candidate. I already know what you was about to say.
That was for you, Drew. I knew it.
You know what? Oh, y'all, I'm gonna keep it a buck.
It was for you, bro.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. I really wasn't taking a shot, but the Liberty are literally outside their loss. The Liberty are really head and shoulders above everybody. Like, that's really just kind of
what Sandy said. Yeah, we get hunted, but we're the hunter. I know that's right, Sandy. What?
Facts. Big facts.
I mean, but if you got your coach saying that, like, I'm gonna fall in line. My coach say some stuff to me like that before a game. I'm falling in line, and we're about to get this done.
Let's get with it. Did you talk to me, bro? What we got? What you got? I know. Will felt.
He's saying fever,
but he failed to mention a certain team. I just want to go ahead and talk about it. Drew, how you feel, bro?
Yeah, man. They proved what they did. They proved what they could do on Saturday.
My bad.
It's up now. That Caitlin Clark is back. I feel like they got a chance to beat anybody as long as she on the floor. But I agree with Will with the Mercury and the Dream, and definitely the Liberty, because I will say the Liberty did not have Jonquel Jones
JJ
Saturday, and that's a huge missing piece. Even though I don't think we had DeWanna Bonner, but I don't equate that at all. It's gonna be tough with JJ back in the lineup because she definitely get 15 rebounds versus Liberty. I don't like
the
Valkyrie.
See DeWanna.
Yeah,
you'll see DeWanna when it's playoff time. That's when she's needed.
I gotta ask y'all real quick. Who y'all think plays more aggressively, Jonquel Jones or Zach Randolph?
Yeah. But you a fool, man.
John Corby wasn't smoke.
Crazy.
That's what I see. I see Zach Randolph. Like, she don't care about nothing.
I looked at Zach. I looked at Randolph.
94 feet. Nothing matters but that dunk.
I'm not mad at it. I looked at Randolph differently when he was like, Randolph differently. When he was like, nah, my hood bullies get bullied, homie. I was like, he's different. He's different.
I really don't like that Dallas ain't making no noise, man. But you know,
5 is crazy.
What I really don't like, well, I'm gonna say I really like it because I like to play the reverse game, man. I really enjoy how they letting, you know, Paige gracefully coming into the league, you know, and lose a string of games and not getting any type of criticism. I really enjoy that, man, because that's the way a player should be, you know, welcomed into the W, right? For
sure.
Yeah.
DJ Hudson back on the tip.
I'm not playing solitaire. I'm not in, bro.
So do you feel as though that there were two different stories coming into the league for two different players about how people treated her?
When you say, I think that Caitlin got way more smoke for whatever reason, but I think she got way more smoke from other players than Paige is getting. I think they see Paige as one of them already, and Caitlin had to work toward that.
I can tell you why. You can blame the media. It's the same way that they did Lonzo Ball. Before Caitlin even stepped on the court, they was calling her a GOAT.
Yeah.
And as great as she is, you have to give her the opportunity. She coming in there, she playing against veterans, like seasoned stars. They didn't have Paige come in the same way.
Yeah.
Mainly also because of the personalities and because we saw, you know, what Paige did in Connecticut. So it's going to be a different feel. But I think I blame that on the media.
Every time.
That.
Yeah, for sure.
I ain't mad at it. Let's talk about it then, man. Like, I think what you need, obviously, we're trying to get, and we had this conversation before at the beginning of the segment, that we're talking about what is going to matter and what X factors need to be on certain teams to win this Commissioners Cup. Talk about how important coaches are. And the moving to our next segment and what it is and how important coaches can be. What's going on in New York, bro? What's taking them so long? You fired them quickly. Like we got people. I think they said they got Jenkins and Mike Brown in there. Trying to figure out what it's about.
Let me stretch before I start doing my hate.
Here's my thing. So you look at Mike Brown getting let go from Sacramento. We understand he's a good coach. We've seen the schemes, right? I think there's another assistant coach in New York that has a chance to get it. But also, I've never really understood the head coach getting fired, and then one of the assistant coaches being like not the interim but the new coach. Is like, if you had schemes, was you just quiet this whole season? Like what? Like really? I feel like people are in the same system. So let me figure like, and then you got Jenkins who got let go from Memphis. Solid coach, 3 appearances in 6 years, like 3 playoff appearances in 6 years. So I'm trying to understand like where we going with it. Well, if you did all the stretching and everything, talk to me real quick about this, man.
All right. So in this segment, what we're gonna do here is we're gonna play full 94 GM. We're not only gonna give the Knicks a coach, we're gonna tell you why this is a good coach for the Knicks, but I'm also gonna give you a trade that's gonna fix the team that even has C saying, "Boy, you a genius." All right. So the coach that we're looking for with the Knicks is Taylor Jenkins. Taylor Jenkins. Oh, so Brandon, you're just going to interrupt me. Could have been quiet. So Taylor Jenkins is the perfect coach. Regular season,
perfect. Okay.
Excellent player development. He's developed John Morant. He turned Jaren Jackson Jr. into literally a defensive stalwart and made him an offensive player. On top of that, when you look at the Knicks core and that bench, that was the biggest knock on Tibbs, is that he didn't develop those other players. It was just the starting 5. He played it like it was NBA 2K. Let's be honest. His offensive adaptability is also awesome. While Memphis was always known for their defense, Taylor implemented an efficient offensive system that literally allowed Ja to flourish, but also allowed another person to flourish that we're going to talk about later in Desmond Bane, and literally almost made them both all-stars in the same season. But Desmond Bane, of course, you're behind a bunch of guards, so that's going to be hard. His experience in high-stakes situations is also great. We got to remember, Taylor Jenkins didn't get fired for doing a bad job. He got fired because people were just ready for change, unfortunately. He just had them as a number 2 seed. Meanwhile, he was dealing with a bunch of injuries with the team, and he'll give them a really, really fresh perspective. To me, out of all the coaches that they've looked at and the coaches that they haven't been allowed to look at because they've been turned down a lot, Taylor Jenkins is the best coach. Now for the trade, you want a player that he can not only develop, that he can turn into Triple J 2.0, and one that's going to come in to make an impact while also helping the Knicks because they don't have a lot of money to spend. So the trade proposal I have here, Walker Kessler from the Utah Jazz going to the Knicks. Walker Kessler averaged 11 points, 12.2 rebounds, and 2.4 blocks last season. He's only 23. He's efficient offensively. Averages, I think, about 68% from the field as far as his field goal percentage, and his contract $4.88 million.
That's it.
Still on a rookie contract. He fits Jenkins' coaching style, and here's who you trade him for.
Okay,
you got to package it. Miles Ride, those contracts match up, but you also send the Knicks 2026 first rounder, a 2031 second round pick from the Knicks, and you send Brooklyn's 2028 first round pick, which Brooklyn can still swap. Utah likes picks. You make that pick, bring in Walker Kessler. Cat can play outside the box like he wants to. He doesn't have to play down bottom, and we can stop seeing the memes. The Knicks are successful.
So what you do with Mitchell Robinson?
Mitchell Robinson is probably going to end up commanding way too much money for the Knicks. One of two things. You can trade him, or he can decide to stay at a lower rate, which I doubt he will because he's going to command at least about $25-30 million on the open market, especially considering the fact that defensively he can plug in as an anchor.
Yep.
It's not bad. It's not bad. Hey, you really put your GM hat on, bro. I appreciate that.
I do my thing, man. I ain't just handsome. I'm smart. You know what I'm saying? This ain't just good enough.
I don't think it fixes anything, though.
It fixes their biggest need. Walker Kessler was top 5 in rebounds, and he was top 10 in blocks. That's their biggest. That's their biggest plug-in. The Knicks don't need much. You need a coach to come in.
That's my trade.
Yeah, you need a coach who's going to have to come in and hit a rotation, and you need somebody who's going to be able to come in and play the center position where Cat doesn't want to play.
I agree. I'm just saying I don't know. I watch Utah and they always find a way to get him off the floor, bro. So I think it's always the same story with these big men. If they can't make their free throws or open shots, they end up off the floor in crunch time games or whatever. It's kind of like Mitchell Robinson. Yeah, he's definitely better than Mitchell Robinson, so I like the trade. I don't know if I like the coach though.
All right, well, talk to me, Jimmy. What we got?
You said something, man. You said the people wanted to change, man. So you're telling me that the superstar player didn't get the coach fired out there?
That's why I said the people wanted to change. I was trying to be dramatic. I ain't trying to ESPN this.
I just thought that's how I go. You know, I thought the players always get the coach fired, no matter what. Right?
Brother, did you just transition this into what I think you transitioned into?
My thing, bro, I think the coach that they should go with, man, it's tough. It's Tom Thibodeau. I don't think they should have fired him. I think he was in the Eastern Conference right in the Eastern Conference Finals, and they should have rolled with him. I think they fired him way too early. I think it's gonna come back and haunt him in the end. And I don't have nothing to add to that. I really dislike the Knicks now, bro. But that's just me.
I get that, and it makes a lot of sense. Thibodeau's a good coach, but let me ask you a question. How many more seasons do you think Jalen Brunson would have lasted at that pace with Tom Thibodeau as coach?
So if that was true, where they saying that Brunson felt like he couldn't play under Thibodeau, then I don't know. I guess I'm cool with the firing, but I don't know. Brunson get hurt every year, no matter where he was at. He got hurt in Dallas too.
Well, I've heard that Brunson liked Thibodeau as a coach, but a lot they didn't say who, but they said mainly the star players felt like his offensive scheme. Apparently, they weren't even practicing. They weren't scrimmaging.
Yep.
How do you go an entire season as an NBA coach and you're not scrimmaging, and then you're going out and you're paying your players 45 minutes a game?
What you got to say to that, Jim? That's your pick. What you got to say to that?
Hey, man, he made it to the Eastern Conference Finals without scrimmaging.
Hold on now let's keep it a buck. He made it to the Eastern Conference Finals without a healthy Sixers team, without a healthy Milwaukee Bucks team.
You're right.
Without a healthy Orlando Magic team.
Miami Heat.
Miami Heat.
They
So
done.
it wasn't just like he was a dominant coach and he was Pat Riley in the 80s. He had some help in doing that while playing his players 45 minutes a night.
He did get help, man. Realistically, I think you gotta bring somebody in that's a veteran, bro. So
I can't say Celtic as a defending champs.
if they bring somebody in, I kind of like the Mike Brown thing, man. But I just feel like he can handle the personality.
Celebrity, yeah, I feel that.
And I think Brunson will thrive just like Fox did under his coaching. But maybe they should go and see what Darvin Ham talking about, man.
No.
Hey man, let me talk about
I have
Don't do this, man. Before we move on to start and listen to nonsense, man. We got to talk about this Desmond Bane trade because I'm tired of seeing y'all in my comments. I made a TikTok video.
Before we move on to that, let me say my coach. Okay,
say your coach. Say your coach. Hey, get him right.
Okay, so I say that they should bring in Mike Budenholzer. He went in 271 and 120 record with the Bucks. With Giannis, Drew, and Middleton, I feel as though he knows how to have a star player and build around them, especially in work. And work in the playoffs. I feel as though Knicks they make it to the playoffs. They just miss the playoffs. They get to the Eastern Finals. They don't have a bench. So I feel as though they should trade Cat. He doesn't want to be a big man anyway. Make Robertson the guy because he's good on defense, and then bring in some role players so they have on their bench to come off because playing them 45 minutes a game. Clearly,
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at the idea of not running your 5 best players into the ground, right? So I like your approach with I'm saying you're probably gonna get 3-and-D guys to put around Brunson because he commands so much from the offense, from the defense. I like that though. But
when you have a coach that knows how to do that, they pick the right players for Brunson.
I mean, he's been. If we're talking, and you said Budenholzer, right?
Yeah.
Like he's been successful everywhere he's gone. He may not have ended in championships. Think about it. I mean,
he got fired the year after he had a championship. His brother passed away. God praise for him and his family continuously. I feel as though he didn't.
Look, he has continuous 50+ win seasons. Multiple with Milwaukee, multiple with Atlanta. Championship to his record. I mean, what are we saying? He been most successful Mike Brown.
All these teams, but you didn't mention Phoenix.
I mean, he had 1 year.
Wait, was that not the year they was in the finals?
Phoenix?
That was last year, wasn't it?
Yes.
Oh no, the year before last.
Kevin Durant, Devin Booker,
who's coaching the Bucks?
Bradley, no trade clause Bill, who's laughing and everybody.
Yes.
Okay, so you got one bad spot. We're not saying the same thing for Memphis, for Jenkins and Mike Brown as well.
Before Taylor Jenkins got fired, before the All-Star break, they were number 2.
I'm not saying he's a bad coach.
Taylor Jenkins got fired for hateful, not because he was a bad coach.
Has Budenholzer had more success than Jenkins?
No.
Yeah.
If you're comparing you compare by seasons, but if you're comparing by seasons, go and look at their records and go and look at what they've done. I'm comparing their totality of their career. Don't try to use totality on me. Let me ask you a question. Which stronger, number 2 in the West or number 4 in the East?
Depend on the teams.
Don't do this. You know the answer. What's stronger, number 2 in the West or number 4 in the East?
I'll tell you this.
The Pacers number 4 in the East. Give me the Pacers.
I'll answer. Look, listen. I'll answer your question. Number 2 in the West is great, but we're talking about what he did that once, maybe.
Brother, the only time he didn't
saying, brother, like Budenholzer.
The only time he didn't do it was when y'all was
win seasons, bro. If there's no LeBron in the Eastern Conference, Hawks might have been in the final that year.
No, don't do this because you know I give you facts. The only time he didn't do it when Ja was hurt. He had a record of 250 and 214. The majority of his losses came the year that Ja was hurt and Desmond Bane was out like 30 games.
I'm not saying that, bro. We're talking about a few seasons compared to multiple successes and multiple stops in Budenholzer.
Brother,
to say that, look, this is what I'm saying. You're giving this window of Jenkins compared to Budenholzer's career. That's unfair. That's unfair. I'm not talking peak years over somebody's career.
But is that not essentially what we're comparing? Because Taylor Jenkins
In Budenholzer's peak years, he had the Milwaukee Bucks in 50 and 60 plus wins. With the Atlanta Hawks, if LeBron's not in the Eastern Conference, they're in the final.
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
What am okay?
Phil Jackson had Michael Jordan.
So what? I'm not talking about Phil Jackson. Taylor Jenkins. Taylor Jenkins have a good team over there with Desmond Bain, John Morant, Jay Jackson Jr., a defensive player of the year. What are we saying?
He turned those. No, he turned JJJ into the defensive player of the year. Let's not act like Triple J was just all worldly, bro.
I'm just saying you're giving peak years. You're giving peak years. Which is
all right, man. Y'all, we disagree with the coaches,
man. We are giving the years that he was a coach, which is what you said.
I'll put it in the chat.
Hey, that is wild, ain't it, bro? I feel left out for real.
Jesse, watch out, bro.
So we will see, guys. We will continue to have this conversation on the full 94 of how to fix the Knicks.
Hey, let's touch this though, man. Because I'm gonna tell you, you mentioned the trade, Will.
Yeah.
Real quick before we go, I feel like they got fleeced, man. But I feel like 5 first rounders is a lot. Tell me, you gave some insight, and I want the people to hear what your insight is on that, man.
So, share that, and we'll go right into start bench cut.
So essentially, it's not what most people think it is. Orlando is going all in right now
for sure.
Because when they're healthy, Orlando literally was taking out the top teams. They were heavily competing with Boston when they were healthy. Desmond Bain is the missing piece. Orlando has not finished top 15 in offense since the Dwight Howard was in pinstripes, bro. If you look at the Magic, they were 26 in points per possession last year, and then they crumbled at the end of the year. Some of the key categories you think about: half-court efficiency, 2-point shooting, 3-point shooting, and wide-open jump shooting. They were 27th or 30th in all of those. When you look at the salaries, the reason the trade happened is because the salaries match up. Bain is due $36.7 million, while Caldwell Pope and Anthony combined for $34.7 million. Essentially, those first-round picks were to get from under KCP's contract. And because if you look at the Magic are not drafting in the lottery. So those picks don't mean as much to the Magic as it might mean for Memphis in the long run. For the Magic, this is long-term. They have a big three now that is 22, 23, and 26. You still have your core, and they're probably about to trade Jonathan Isaacs or Wendell Carter for extra picks going back into it. The Magic are fine.
I'll put Taze too.
Hey, let's get to this start bench cut.
Caldwell should have stayed right in Denver.
But I will say this and put it out there. I don't think Desmond's the one they asked for. But let's talk about it. Hey, start bench cut, man. Hey, Drew, what you got, bro? What you got?
That's a good point, bro. I don't think they
It was 7 teams actually that inquired about Desmond Bain. They had the best offer.
I mean, 4 first rounders. I'm not listening to nobody neither. Unprotected.
But they got lottery picks.
I mean, I hear it, but we're gonna see. We're gonna see, bro. What you got, Drew? Talk to me.
Start bench cut MVP edition, man. MVP edition. All right. 2020 Embiid. 2022, right? 2022 Joel Embiid.
Okay.
2004 Kevin Garnett.
Yeah. I want to say that's right. Yeah, you good.
I think that was that. I think I'm right there.
Yep.
2005 Tim Duncan.
Good night.
Start bench cut. Give it to me, man.
I'm starting Tim Duncan.
Benching Embiid. Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm cutting Kevin Durant.
Kevin
Garnett.
Yeah, Kevin Garnett. Embiid averaged 33 and 12 in like 68 games and still gave you 5 assists. Was a defensive player of the year candidate. Tim Duncan is Tim Duncan. I'm not putting
can't deny with that.
Kevin Garnett had a great season, but Kevin Garnett also had a lot more help than the other two in that aspect.
Y'all agree?
He had the worst stats.
I'm going with Timmy. Yeah, I'm going with Timmy. Joel, Kevin. I mean, I don't put nobody above Tim, and I think those averages he put up that year, Joel. I mean, 33 points to me is crazy, and you came back on the defensive end. So
if
I'm
I
not
took KG out and put in, if I took KG out,
you don't get to modify your start.
Wait. If I took KG out, you said nobody. If I take KG out and I insert MVP Hakeem, would you consider?
So that's my favorite center of all time.
You didn't say that. You got.
He said nobody.
He said nobody. He did say nobody.
But what year MVP are we talking about, Boy King?
Hey man, hey, let's keep going, man.
94.
Figure it out, man. Let's try to get this thing going. Started dunking, bitch KG and cut Joel.
94 or 90?
That's crazy that you listen.
Yeah, 94. That's it.
Nah,
you don't like it?
No.
I don't like it. I got one.
Tim KG then Embiid.
All right, I got you. I talked to me. I got one for you. You starting a team right now. You got a chance to get one of these three players. You're trying to go for a championship. Old head edition. Start bench cut. Kawhi Leonard, LeBron James, Kevin Durant. Start bench cut.
Are they all
LeBron?
No, right now. At this moment.
Like as them right now?
They're healthy.
Or they're
They're right now.
Oh, right now.
I'm not talking about like prime.
Okay.
And they're healthy.
They're healthy, yeah.
You said LeBron, Kevin Durant, and who else?
Kawhi. And you're trying to be a contender. Start bench.
Give me LeBron, Kawhi, and then KD could go.
I'll probably have the.
Give me Brian, KD, and then Kawhi.
Kawhi cut for you. Okay.
I have no choice.
Healthy is scary.
He said
healthy. He said healthy.
KD healthy.
Now.
KD healthy almost had the Brooklyn Nets in the Eastern Conference.
No. We talking about right now.
Right now.
I'm saying, right. Healthy
Phoenix
right
KD.
now.
We're talking about Phoenix KD, Clipper Kawhi, and Laker LeBron.
I can't blame Phoenix KD for what happened. That's on Devin Booker, brother.
That boy go down with the ship, don't he?
I'm struggling right now, man, because Bron in 22, bro. He ain't got the same live. He ain't got the same stamina.
Yep. I shouldn't be the one having to defend Bron against you. That's 27-7-7.
I agree, but Kawhi Leonard can probably get you right around there and play better.
No. We didn't say peak.
We're talking about right now.
What is Kawhi giving you right now?
Right now?
What is Kawhi giving you right now, bro?
He had a good series, didn't he?
Yeah. He gave you like 26 and 5.
You see what I said, LeBron?
I might have to take. I'm gonna take Kawhi second, and I'm gonna probably cut KD right now. Could he show me, could he show me something this season?
I'm not mad
at him. That diva there, boy. Houston or the Spurs? Man, go on somewhere, man. Come on, he has no desire to be in Minnesota. Why not? That's your best chance to win.
We got 2 minutes left, and I have something to say because this makes me so mad.
Talk to us.
We have a great series going on, right? And they need to change this rule of home court advantage because it's pissing me off. So I feel as though once that you have home court advantage and that game one is stolen from you, you don't get a chance to get it back.
What do you mean?
No. Because when Pacers stole home court advantage, but because they won last game, OKC gets home court advantage back. Like how? Like what? No.
Hold up. Let me close out the show. Y'all got to finish this because
we got 1 minute. Talk to us.
Start bench cut erase King of the Hill, which means if they lose, they out. Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James. Hoodie Mello.
Hoodie Mello's great.
Y'all better answer too. Before
King of the Hill.
King of the Hill.
I got Mello. Everybody else don't matter.
Mello, Kobe, Jordan, Braun. In one.
That's big of you, Drew.
I mean,
I already know what we're gonna say. I'm about to. We were talking about
maybe. Mello. Mello was too crazy, bro, and he was
too big, man.
Yeah, too big.
I want y'all to understand that both MJ and Kobe is locking it down in them in the finals. But y'all be easy.
Hey man, look, we'll talk to it. Full 94 here on MTMV Sports. Follow us on everything. Full 94 podcast. I am Miles Austin. Sports Talk with C. Jew_Chasing Dreams and Mr. Teddy Farrell. Make sure y'all follow. Y'all want to talk basketball? This is where we do it at. We ready to talk to people, and we want to talk to y'all, man. So hit us up in the comments. Hit us up on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all the things, man. You want to talk basketball? This is where we're at. Make sure y'all tune in every week, 8:30 p.m. 494 podcast here on MTMV Sports. Y'all be easy.
Hey guys, it's your girl C, and you just watched the show on MTMV Sports Network. And if you like what you see and you want more exciting content, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel.